Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is your daily horoscope for August 10th, 2021, which is a Tuesday. But before we begin, I would like to let you know that I also do weekly video horoscopes and monthly sun rising sign horoscopes that you can watch on my YouTube channel. I also request you to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can be notified every time I post a video. Okay, so let's talk about what's happening in the astrology today. And the first important thing happens at 10 a.m. and it is a positive aspect. So this is about 10 a.m. Pacific time, which makes it about 10 p.m. India time. Now, if you are on the eastern side of the world, the India time will make more sense to you. So I just thought I'd mention that. So what's happening here is that the moon at 14 degrees of Virgo is trining Uranus, right? A 120-degree angle. Now, this is an extremely positive aspect. Trines facilitate things, they make things happen, things just flow with a trine. And what's happening here with Uranus and the moon and earth signs, Taurus and Virgo? What's happening is that the moon is our emotions, right? And Taurus is a sudden, unexpected energy. And this is an unexpected sudden change to our emotions, but it's positive. And this ties back to the new moon that happened on 8th of August, the new moon in Leo. The new moon was in a square to Uranus, which was stressful. There was a sudden unexpected change to our emotions, which felt stressful. That change would have felt stressful. But now is a point where what began on the new moon, which would have felt stressful, uncomfortable even, is beginning to fall in place in a way, is beginning to find its flow. And yes, it is connected to our emotions, but it is also connected to our material reality. It's connected to our routine, it's connected to our habits, it's connected to our finances, our self-worth, values, and skills. And why? Because they're trining in earth signs. Earth signs are what this material reality is, right? Taurus is our skills, it is our finances, it is our self-worth and values. And Virgo is our routine, it is our habits, it's our lifestyle, it's our job, it's our health. So very material things. And this does tie back into the new moon. So this is a positive aspect. That's how we begin the day. However, today we do have a slightly stressful aspect, right? And let's talk about that. And that is, I think it comes exact at about 6 in the evening. Let me see. Yeah, about 6 in the evening. And what's happening is Jupiter retrograde is opposing Mercury. 180-degree angle in opposition feels stressful. It requires us to integrate two elements, make them work together, because it's like they're opposites. You go one direction, you can't go the other. But the key with an opposition is to integrate them, to find the balance between the two elements. And in this case, what are we finding the balance between? On one hand, we have Mercury, and on the other hand, we have Jupiter. Mercury is our lower mind, logical mind, factual thinking. Right? And what is Jupiter? Jupiter is our higher mind, philosophical mind, wisdom, knowledge, right? That kind of stuff. So here is a point where we will need to integrate logic with philosophy, our beliefs with the facts. Are these two matching up? If you believe that this project is going to go a certain way and the facts are not matching up, maybe it's time to, take the facts, adjust the project a little bit, and that's the way to go. So this is a point where we will need to integrate these two elements. And this is also a point where we may lose some hope, because Jupiter is also hope and optimism, and Mercury is our thinking. So at this point, it becomes important for us to keep the hope alive, to keep the optimism alive, to keep the faith alive, right? And that's how we're going to integrate these energies. And this is connected to something from the recent past. Why? Because Jupiter is retrograde. In retrograde, what happens? The planet is reviewing those certain degrees. We are reviewing the past, right? So right now is a review of the past, and we have to approach it from a different perspective. And that different perspective needs to align with our logic, with our thinking, with our facts, and we must not lose hope. So that's the energy. At about 6 p.m. Pacific time, which makes it 6 a.m. India time, Wednesday morning, approximately then, right? And then the moon's going to move on. So let's see that. The moon's going to move on and it is going to oppose Neptune. The moon at 22 degrees is in opposition to Neptune, right? And what is this about? We just had the Venus-Neptune opposition, right? We had Venus opposing Neptune, and that was yesterday. And if you've seen that video, you know that Neptune can manifest in two ways, and one of those ways is confusion, and the other is an extremely spiritual, magical feeling. And again, it's the same energy, but this time it's connected to our emotions. Maybe emotionally we're feeling confused, or maybe emotionally we are feeling very, very spiritual, or emotionally we need to integrate our spirituality to move forward. Because again, an opposition requires us to integrate things. So this is a point where in our emotions, we may need to think in a very Neptunian way. And what is that? That is imbibing universal love and compassion, thinking for the greater good of all. When we consider our emotions, we may need to consider the emotion of maybe somebody else. Maybe we need to be more compassionate. Neptune is compassion as well, compassionate towards ourselves and others as well. So this is that energy where we can feel emotionally very confused, or there is a need to develop some universal love and compassion for the whole world and even for yourself to make this energy work. But again, this energy is overly sensitive because Neptune is a very sensitive planet, right? So we can feel very sensitive about things we wouldn't feel sensitive about otherwise. And Neptune is also the planet of depression. It can really cause that low feeling. So we can even feel very low at this point. So the best way is to let this energy pass, or to channel this energy in a positive way by being spiritual, by being creative. Neptune is very creative as well. So these are the two ways we can channel this energy in a positive way. And the other aspects technically happen on August 11th, but I'm going to speak about it in this video because it's in the night time, so I'd rather speak about it today. And the first one happens at about 2 a.m. Pacific time, right? And we spoke about this yesterday. And Mars here is squaring the nodes, 90-degree angle with both the south node and the north node. Now what is happening here is that Mars is in the limelight. The nodes are highlighting Mars. And what is Mars? Mars is our ego, it's our action, it's our drive, it's our willpower, it's courage. But it is also anger and frustration and aggression. And the nodes magnifying that energy, it can really magnify our strength, our courage, our willpower, our drive, our initiative. That can be very magnified at this point. Alternatively, anger, frustration, aggression can be magnified at this point. And again, if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling frustrated, that is the negative manifestation of Mars, right? Channeling that into something positive, Mars-like activity. Mars is also an athlete, maybe playing some sports, or letting this energy pass is a good way if you are feeling angry and frustrated. So from 11 at night Pacific time, which makes it 11 in the morning Wednesday India time, it gets a bit intense, right? 2 a.m. Pacific time is the Mars node square, and that makes it 2 p.m. India time Wednesday. And then we have a positive alignment at about 4 p.m., right? And here 4 a.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. India time, Wednesday afternoon, we have the moon and Venus conjunction. Now this is a feel-good energy because Venus is a benefic, right? Venus blesses things, so we can feel very positive about our emotions. Perhaps that confusion, that turmoil that we went through, that magnification of Mars energy, of our drive, willpower, aggression, after that we reach a point where we start to feel good again. And this is also a point where all Venus things, or rather our emotions, begin to align with all Venus things: relationships, money, projects, self-worth, values, and finances. After the confusion that we went through on Monday with the Venus-Neptune opposition, and a few hours ago at 11 at night Pacific time, 11 in the morning India time, with the Moon-Neptune opposition, this is a point where we say, okay, now I begin to see things clearly. Now it makes sense. Okay, I feel this is right. I feel like that. So that's the energy. And this is connected to Venus things: love, relationships, money, projects, finances, self-worth, values, and skills. And after this, actually, let's just look at it. Around the same time, we have this entire energy in a trine with Pluto. 120-degree angle, and that's positive 120-degree angle. And what is Pluto? Pluto is the planet of transformation, of healing, of catharsis, and trine is positive. It makes things happen. And this is a point where I feel that our emotions, along with our projects, our self-worth, our values, our skills, our finances, will undergo a transformation, an easy transformation, not a difficult one, not a stressful one. And perhaps this is the point where that change that happened on the new moon, it starts to become easier. It starts to get easier. Right? And this transformation is also connected to the past. Pluto is retrograde, which means it's bringing up the past. And Jupiter is also retrograde. So today we will revisit the past. I mean, we are reviewing the past anyway, but today those changes will come in connection to the past. Right? So that is a positive alignment that happens at about 4 or 5 a.m. It is a transformation to our Venus things: love, relationships, projects, self-worth, values, finances, and even our emotions. So that's all the energy for the day. Now I will speak about 2 to 3 things that are happening in the background that we deal with on a daily basis. And it's important to mention those because this is what is important in 2021, right? Energy changes day to day. That's why I do a daily horoscope. But there's certain things that don't change day to day. And that's what the theme of the year becomes. So these are those themes of the year that I will speak about. And then I will pick a card for the day. So the first one, I'll keep it short, okay? The first theme is Saturn-Uranus square. We're seeing this energy after 21 years. It's a rare energy. And this energy is asking us to embrace the new and get rid of the old. It's also asking us to get rid of the idea of who we think we should be and embrace our unique, authentic self. Since these planets are squaring, this process will feel difficult and challenging, but that's the energy of 2021. All year, we will be asked to do this process of getting rid of the old, embracing the new. Basically, it's change. It's change in a very powerful way. The second thing I will talk about is that in 2021, we are laying the foundation for a new cycle that started in December of 2020 with the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction. Now, this cycle ended a 20-year cycle that started in the year 2000, and this new cycle will be with us till 2040, and we will set the base for this cycle in 2021 and even in 2022. And the third thing that we are building, setting the foundation for, is a cycle that started in Jan of 2020 with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. And these planets met up after 38 years and ended a cycle that started in 1982 and began a new one, which will stay with us till 2053. So in 2021, we are building that as well. So 2021 is all about change. It's all about setting the base for the future. And that's all the background I will give. And now I will pick a card for today and then we'll close out the reading. Okay. There are, I think, 3 cards that have fallen out. So I'm going to go over them. Truth be told, go the distance, and soulmates. And truth be told, you see how this card has a mask? And this is the energy of 2021. We have to remove our mask and reveal who we truly are and set ourselves free. You see how the cage opens when the mask comes off? That's what 2021 is about. There's freedom when you can be your true authentic self. So that's the first thing. And this says go the distance, and it's saying keep working, keep going, push, keep pushing. go the distance, go all the way, because we haven't reached the finish line, right? We haven't reached it yet. So if you're feeling like you can't go any longer, no, you have to go, right? You have to work. Go the distance and you will cross the finish line. And soulmates, and I don't know why we got this card, to be honest with you. I'm going to pick another card to clarify this one. Okay, we've got 2 more cards. All that glitters. This again is about the mask coming off, right? All that glitters isn't gold. Take off the mask, see what's under the surface. That's the card. This says round and round. And I think this is saying if you keep going round and round in circles, if there's a pattern you need to break, then this is the time to break it. And honestly, I don't know why we got this card, soulmates. Well, if you can think of why we got this card, let me know, but I don't know why we got this card. I don't have any feeling about this. So that's all I'll leave you with, and I'll see you tomorrow for the daily horoscope, and have a great day. Bye.